Welcome back to Take a Pitch. First and foremost, we have to acknowledge the return of the Backa.
Yeah,
Welcome
baby.
back.
Took him long enough to show up.
I had things going on.
Thank you for returning.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I'll drink to
Wait,
Mac
just-
come back.
Is that what you're drinking?
We're not talking about why I'm drinking. We're not.
Oh, okay.
But we should.
No,
We should.
no, we
Let-
shouldn't.
Let
For
out
Max,
your feelings.
for Max's health.
No, not for my health.
It's
For
your
my health,
mental
it's better
health.
for me to keep drinking. Actually,
Nope. Gotta get it out, man.
no, I'm not. We're not. We don't have the time for that. Anyway,
Sorry to everyone that's a Jets fan. There you go.
fuck
Go
you.
on.
You fucking jackass. I was trying to forget about it. I'm trying to push past it. Okay. Oh, right. Website. Check us out at southsideprod.com. We have a website now, and Southside, and then prod.com. You can find everything related to Take a Pitch, related to Southside Productions, which is our parent company. We have CEO Billy over here. I am the COO, but we kind of keep that low key. We keep it as Take a Pitch right here between the two of us. But yeah, check it out. It's got the family of podcasts. We got Tri-State Sports Beat with Nick, Joe, and Scott. We've got On the Power Play with Brian, Matt, and Adam. Those guys are fucking clowns, man. Every week they crack me up.
Brian's a great lead. If you like
he
hockey,
is.
You have to watch. You have to watch and listen to that.
And if you're a video game guy, check out their Instagram stuff as well and their social medias, because Adam's doing he's the people's GM, creating a franchise and rolling through it. So check them out. Tri-State Sports Beat, check them out as well. At TSSB Pod, I think it is on all socials.
I think so too.
And then on the Power Play is OTPP Pod on all socials, just like we are at Take a Pitch. Yeah. For the overall kind of the parent company for Southside Productions, we pull up what that the Instagram is, because I completely forgot what it was.
What do you mean?
South.side Productions
Yes.
is the Instagram for the parent company that we have, and definitely check it out. Definitely recommend checking out the other podcasts. The guys do a great job. If you like other sports, Tri-State Sports Beat's about New York sports, and they do a great job. They've been doing it for a while. We brought them on, and they got merch coming soon, by the way. So we're looking forward to getting that out in the new year. Boys, first of all, Merry Christmas, by the way, because we won't be recording until after Christmas.
Mhm.
So
Thanks.
to
Thank you,
Billy
Matt,
and
as well.
Chris,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Do you guys do anything interesting for Christmas or not?
No,
Not really, man. Family.
our sister's coming in.
There you go.
That's it.
Not bad. Keeping it small this year, right? COVID Christmas.
Sure.
Anyway, let's get into it, because big news out of Major League Baseball this week. They're officially recognizing the Negro Leagues in MLB history. And I think we have a new home run king then, right?
I don't know.
In that regards, I think.
So how does
I-
that work? Do they combine the stats?
Yeah, I want to know how they do that, because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to completely rewrite the books.
Does he actually have more though? Because they don't have all of his stats.
What do you mean they don't have all the stats?
Aren't they incomplete? All his stats are totally complete.
Let's see.
Josh Gibson, we are
Yeah,
referring to
Yes,
by the way.
referring to Josh Gibson, yes.
the Black Babe
I don't-
Ruth.
I don't think they're fully complete.
No, they're not, right?
They
A
shouldn't
lot
be.
of
There's
a
no
lot
way.
of players from the Negro Leagues. Yep. Okay.
So the
The
data
Negro
covers
League, yeah.
the data covers seasons from the 1880s through 1948.
How accurate is it, though? That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's definitely a big question. Data were pulled from newspaper accounts and box scores, but lacks the official league accounts that document American and National League games. This according to USA Today. And it's not Bob Nightingale, so it's should be pretty accurate.
You'd hope.
I would love to hope so.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. The editorial head of the Elias Sports Bureau says it might cause some problems, but we're going to trust the data they have, take it, and do the best we can with it. So it seems like even Elias Sports is not sure what to do with all this.
Yeah.
They say it's an evolving project. It's definitely interesting.
It's very interesting.
Because Gibson hit, quote, on his plaque, quote, almost 800 home runs in league and independent baseball in his 17-year career.
Sheesh.
But something, I think some sort of ledger only counts 238.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is going to get messy, I think.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to be like a public mess. I just think it's going to get messy trying to, when you're talking about, oh, he's moved into this number all time, you know, are we going to say, well, then there's this and that, and
Yeah, some people aren't gonna like that.
it's definitely
Mhm.
interesting to say the least. Long overdue, though.
Yeah, literally. This should have happened a very long time ago.
Yeah, I think the Negro Leagues are such an important part of baseball and baseball history that, you know, they haven't really gotten the respect they deserve for a while, honestly.
Mhm.
Really ever. Aside from major league teams, doing Negro League uniforms once every year, 1 weekend a year, if that.
Yeah, depending on who and when. Yeah.
All right. I think the last time the Mets wore one was 2014, I think.
Beats the hell out of me.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a very long time.
But it's long overdue, and hopefully it paves the way for more Negro League commemoration because, you know, like I said personally, I think it's long overdue. Negro Leagues are a huge part of baseball history and deserves to be recognized. It's already recognized in the Hall of Fame a little bit, but I think there needs to be a bigger pull towards what the Negro Leagues actually did too, in regards to baseball. And after Jackie Robinson, it was almost like a minor league system if you think about it. Granted, or like it's more like
Yeah, I
Japan,
guess so.
more like Japan, where they came
That's
to
better.
Major League Baseball when they were older.
It's crazy too, because like the player who has played the most years in baseball professionally.
Who has?
He's a Negro leaguer.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was Jamie Moyer.
Page.
Satchel Paige. Longest career in baseball. He
And how many
started
years?
in 1926. His last year was 1953 in the MLB he played. And then he came back and played in 1965.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm looking at his reference page
12
right now.
years
It's
off.
crazy.
And then came back and played professional baseball.
Yeah, this is wild.
How do you do that?
At the age of 49, he came back and played.
Wait, he retired at 58 years old?
No.
51? So there's
Yeah.
a lot of different.
The
I
one
guess
on-
it's AAA if you show minors.
Yeah. And he won a World Series.
Well, yeah, 58 because it has him as 3 innings pitched on his Major League Baseball reference page in 1965.
Yep.
That's disgusting.
Unreal.
That's Jamie Moyer 2.0, bro. Like the original Jamie Moyer.
The OG Jamie Moyer. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Dude, and he was really, really, really good.
Julio.
How good, Mike?
I think I said 5 or 6 really. So
Yeah.
Like Julio Franco.
Yeah.
Play forever.
yeah, but
I
this
think
guy
he's
was a
still
pitcher.
playing.
Yeah, how does your arm not?
Like you can be a hitter for a while. Like that's why. Like I mean, Nelson Cruz is 43.
Yeah.
No, he's 40, isn't he? Isn't he 40?
I thought he was
Around
old,
40-ish.
It's like 40,
Yeah,
41.
around.
Yeah.
but still.
This guy had to have been chucking like 62 miles an hour, dude. If that, right?
He was living on the EFIS. Yeah, but wasn't he also the oldest rookie in Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
And I think I saw somewhere that might change now because of some of these stats or some sort of. I don't know how that changes, but because he's like 40.
Mm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Here we go. How Negro Leaguers may alter leaderboards.
Yeah, he was 41 in 1948.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So for the inclusion of stats, is it just going to be like on their stat pages? Or are they actually going to? Like, I don't understand how this is going to work.
I guess
Like
it's really just a record books kind of thing. I'd
Yeah.
imagine.
Just slide into the lists, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like we've been given a couple of days to think about, to really process this, and I still don't know what to make of how they're gonna.
I don't know.
Does it really matter, though?
appropriate and It's cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they do.
It doesn't matter per se.
Is
but
anything gonna get broken?
No.
Like,
No.
it's not gonna alter a list that severely.
It's not gonna alter anything. If it did, they would integrate it in a different way.
Yeah.
Right. So there are now 29 seasons worth of newly recognized Major League history, which including approximately 3,400 players, which now suddenly puts us over 20,000 all-time Major League players, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
There could be a new high batting champion, all-time single season batting champion. We could be looking at 472 as opposed to whatever was it 414, 407, right?
407.
7.
4746.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even be broken anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It's irrelevant.
Right. We always talk about it in April and May, but once we hit like June and July, we're like, oh wait, nah. No, it was fun while it lasted.
This was the year that it was going to happen if it was going to happen.
Right.
And it didn't happen.
Tony Gwynn should have batted 400 if it wasn't for the strike.
Mm.
Fucking guy.
Legend. So yeah, I think it's appropriate. It's good. And that's really it. So I do have a question though. What will happen if you know the answer, or what do you think will happen with like Jackie Robinson per se?
So I actually kind of was reading
Will it
about
add
that.
on to his Major League stats?
So he played in 1,382 regular season games in the NL for the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Collected 1,518 hits. Basically, what it's saying is the Negro Leagues is a collection of 7 leagues, actually, that played at various points between 1920 and 1948, according to this article. In 45, Robinson played 26 games for the Kansas City Monarchs,
Mm-hmm.
and he had 38 hits. So I think they're going to add on those games and hits to his total. And he hit 384, by the way. So it's his all-time batting average going to get. It's probably going to help him most likely in terms of stats.
You'd imagine.
But granted, he's also Jackie Robinson. He doesn't need any more help. He is a legend in his own right. For various reasons. I think Willie Mays will get another home run added to his total. I think
Willie Mays.
I think
He didn't play in the Negro Leagues.
I think I saw something where he did actually.
He did not play in the Negro Leagues.
You never know. I don't know. I saw something where it said they might add one.
Positive. I loved Willie Mays when I was a kid.
I'm just saying. I saw something online where they said they might add another home run because he played in like 3 games, whatever.
Maybe when he was like 16.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
All right. Either way, it's gonna be cool. I hope Baseball Reference now adds that into it so that you see it. Their full career now.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see. And that's it. It's cool. Nice to see it. Happily did it. Good job, Rob Manfred, you piece of shit.
That's the first good thing he's done for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy had a rough year, man. Rough year.
He had to cap it off on a good note at least.
Good for him. He did something right.
Yeah, seriously.
So this isn't part of the what we were planning to do, but I do have a question for Macca. How are you feeling about the Yankees and DJ LeMahieu?
25 million, right?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm glad you asked this because it's kind of a win-win situation. Like, if they sign him, then I guess they stay the same or get better. If they don't, they can use the money and like kind of allocate it to the bullpen, starting pitching. So it's I don't know. I'd like to see him back. It's kind of hard to pass up a guy that's asking for 22 million after being your team MVP the last 2 years, but whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of Yankee fans don't understand that, like, the Yankees lost money, so they're like, I saw a tweet where it was like, how could they go from signing Garrett Cole last year for $300 million to not being able to sign LeMahieu for $100? And I'm like, it just doesn't really work that way.
I mean, keep in mind that's a fair question for the simpletons of the world.
Yeah, sure. Just
For the idiots.
just doesn't work that way, bro. I guess they're out of the loop.
Oh yeah, big time.
They didn't realize there was a pandemic going on. There was no fans. People got laid off. Whatever. They'll
Although
figure it out.
Macca, I'm glad we're talking about this because it is a struggle being a Yankee fan in terms of what's going on with this. I'm sure a little bit of an internal struggle, right? Because you want him back, but you also don't want to overpay, and you also got the future worried about.
I don't think you can overpay for him because he's asking for 20 to 22 million for 4 or 5 years or something. And obviously he's 32, so you don't want to give him 5 years. Like, I get that, but they'll probably end up meeting in the middle, like 4 years, an option for 5 or something, like some type of incentive to get the 5. I don't know. So I think they'll let him talk to other teams. Because right now it seems like the Yankees are at 4 years, 75 million, right? They're 25 off, the reports say.
Yeah.
So let him talk to other teams. They'll probably end up giving him around the same, and then his agent will probably end up coming back to the Yankees and be like, "All right, well."
Is he a Boras client?
No.
No.
No, if he was a Boras client, he'd be getting 30
CCAA.
million. I don't know, honestly. I don't know who represents him.
If he was CAA, Brody would have signed him 2 years ago.
That is true.
But no, Macca, because I was thinking during the season at one point you wanted to make a pitch to Billy and I to come to the dark side. I was thinking we flip the tables a little bit. We make a pitch to you to come to the light side.
Well, no. It doesn't work
Because
that way. Okay.
hang on. Because
Okay.
right now, everything Steve Cohen touches turns to gold. Now, I don't know about you, but you've had a great run of sustained happiness. Do you want to keep that going? You can come over to Queens. Because the Mets are about to really ruin your life.
I'm gonna be honest. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Met fans say every year, "Oh, this is our year, bro. We got a good roster. Look what happens."
Yeah, but even you can admit, so there's something different right now about the culture, the feel of the Mets, the way the Mets fans are feeling, the way the team looks. You can admit there's something different.
No, I like Steve Cohen, but
What do you mean?
no, it's still the Mets, bro. They have to go out and play and perform. I actually like Steve Cohen a lot, though. I'll give you that. I like him a lot. I like his Twitter. I think it's great.
His Twitter's
I think he's great. I just think he hasn't done anything yet. He has not made a major move.
You don't
James
think signing
McCann
McCann?
It's not a major move. He's an average catcher, dude. If you really want to look at it, he's been
Every
good
catcher's
the last.
an average catcher, pretty much.
Sure, but McCann's been good for 140 games. So like, was he worth it? Sure, but like, you have to do more. Like, McCann is not the Mets offseason, and if it is, then that's a problem.
No, not at all. And you know that the Mets are still in on Bauer, on Springer.
100%. But being in does not mean you'll get them. Okay.
Correct.
Look
No
at the
doubt.
Angels, bro. They're in on everybody, and they end up with nobody, right? So.
We got the Angels got Rendon, yeah.
Yeah, for what reason? Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Because it's the Angels. Isn't he from Cali anyway? Isn't Rendon from Cali?
Yeah, Rendon's from
That's
Cali.
all you heard last year, bro. Oh, Garrett Cole, Southside Angels. Yeah, look at that go. Went real well.
The Angels are in on everybody too, because they'll spend money ridiculously.
Right.
So I've been looking to rip into the Angels, bro, because they need help, bro. I don't know who's running the team over there. They need help.
Marty Moreno.
There you go. Of course. Couldn't think of his name. Some bad contract. I mean, I guess they get off the hook with Pujols next year, but.
Or who's the new GM? Perry Manasian, right?
I don't.
I've
been out of the loop for the last couple weeks.
If I remember correctly, the dude was like a college radio guy at one point.
That's good enough.
That's kind of how he was known back in college. He wasn't known as like
Alright, so basically Max is going to be a GM one day.
Yeah, I am very much okay with that.
Please do not be for the Mets.
That's
Anybody could run the Angels, the Rockies, or the Orioles because they're clueless over there, dude. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know. I think the Orioles are doing well right now with this rebuild.
I really don't think they are, to be honest with you. I think they have a couple good pieces, but they still lack a ton of
They also have Mancini coming back, who was cleared, by the way, cancer-free. So shout out to Trey Mancini.
Glad to hear that. I like him.
Yeah.
The thing about the Orioles, in my opinion, is they have a decent farm system that can be something potentially.
Everything relies on Rutschman, if we're being honest, in my opinion.
And Kyle Martin. That's the big
Of course, our guy, bro.
But they're going to, when the time comes that these guys, graduate onto the MLB, they're gonna have to trade and sign players, real major league talent.
Chris Davis's contract will be off the books soon, which will help clear a lot of space.
Yeah.
Someone, I think I saw something on Reddit. Someone was like, if Chris Davis has thought about retiring. I'm like, come on, that's a dumb question. Of course he's not gonna think about retiring. He's just play through it because he still can play and he's gonna collect his fat paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Ellsbury, bro. You think he was gonna retire? The guy's sitting at home, rehabbing from his 12 different surgeries and his made up surgery. Yeah, collecting a paycheck.
Happy birthday, David Wright, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, David Wright.
Happy birthday to the captain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Macca, to get to all this, is that you should come to Queens and be a Mets fan. I really do.
It'll never happen, but I'm glad that Mets fans are happy.
We got Pete Alonso, who I don't think he's going anywhere. We're about to extend Michael Conforto. Let's be real. That's gonna happen. Steve Cohen would be stupid to let that
Best
happen.
pitcher in the MLB.
Yeah, you got a few seasons left at the ground before he gets too old, so enjoy that.
Macca, listen, the invitation's there. You let us know. We'll welcome you with open arms.
Listen,
that's all I'm going to say.
I really appreciate the invitation. I'm all set, bro. I'm all set. It's different if I'm like, an Angels fan, Miami. I'm all set over here in the Bronx. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man.
Because I'm not like every Yankee fan. I don't expect a World Series every year. I understand that you can't expect a World Series every year. You just can't.
Yeah, no, of course.
It's delusional.
Right.
The whole team gets hurt this year. I was like, all right, next year. There's no
right. You did give up on the team a little bit. Yeah. You were like, you know what? That's no big deal.
I just last year too. I didn't see it happening. You can't get hurt and expect to come back and whatever. You talk about us all the time.
Like I said, I was inviting you to the Mets side. As Curtis Granderson once said, real New Yorkers are Mets fans. So you let us know what you want to do. We'll just think about it too. Anyway.
That statement, by the way, but whatever. Keep going.
What?
I disagree with that statement, but whatever.
It's okay. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
It's a fact. Yankees were here first. So.
Now I remember why he was on the podcast for the last 3 months. What else are we talking about? We're gonna go over the Hall of Fame bout, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going through everything here. All right, Hall of Fame ballot. Obviously, the big holdovers from last year: Bonds, Clemens, Sosa, Helton. Second. Double check and pull this up. Schilling, Wagner, Roland, Vizquel, Jeff Kent, Andrew Jones. Those are really the biggest names. Schilling, Clemens, and Bonds in their 9th year on the ballot. They don't get in this year. Next year's their last shot.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be interesting if all 3 of them fall short?
It's about time for all 3 of them. Just get them in, bro. Year's been a shit show. Do it this year. Get it over with.
Schilling's not going to get in, though.
Nobody will be at the ceremony. Just fucking do it. Dude.
Which I hate Schilling not getting in the most.
I know.
Because
you're
they're
playing politics.
just boxing him out for his politics.
Yeah, fucking
and that's the reason why he's not going to get in.
Yeah. The steroid guys got to get in at this point, bro. It's enough. Yeah. I've had enough. They were part of an era of baseball that grew the game. Let them in, dude. It's
Barry Bonds is
the
baseball of all time.
The biggest thing is, I just don't see that, when they were taking these steroids, especially in the 90s, it wasn't illegal to the game. It wasn't against the rules. So they weren't getting suspended. So why are they getting penalized? Because
right, they got penalized back in what, 05?
I don't remember.
Was anyone who's still taking it was named in that kind of got
Mitchell Report?
Yeah, the Mitchell Report.
06, I believe.
Yeah, they kind of got their careers ruined.
Yeah, and I mean,
I don't know. My take is that, dude, the steroid era saved baseball after the strike in '94 or 95, whatever it was.
I agree.
Like, dude, to just literally save the game. Like, how you take, it's like you're just ignoring a part of the game's history.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, you just can't do it. I get they cheated, but like, I'm sure there
But
are guys in the Hall of Fame that took steroids, like Pudge maybe.
but
Piazza was linked to him.
it was a even playing field. You'd imagine if pretty much everybody was taking them.
Yeah, dude,
You know, all throughout history, players were taking different types of substances to get ahead. To be
100%.
better.
Right.
Dude, there's so many guys that took them in the steroid era that you just don't know. Like,
Hmm.
So then, does that give a guy like Gary Sheffield a case, who last year was at 30%? It's his 7th year on the ballot.
Was he ever suspended?
Yeah.
I he wouldn't get my vote then.
I don't know. Sheffield's tough, man. It's like I would put Bonds and Clemens in because they're like cream of the crop elite, dude. Like Sheffield would pretty much get in because he had 500 homers, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do anything crazy special, but I mean like
He
Like
won't
A-
get voted in.
A-Rod, Bonds, Clemens, dude, those guys are fucking elite, like top of the line elite. You know what I'm saying? Like Manny Ramirez, Sheffield. I don't care if they get Manny Ramirez, especially. I don't care if he gets in.
What about Sosa? Because we're talking about that clip, that
Yeah,
Bonds Clemens.
You can
Those
have,
guys were at 60-61%. Sosa in his 9th year on the ballot got 13.9 last year.
you could throw Sosa in there. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I think the elite of the elite, like Bonds, Clemens, A-Rod, those guys, like I have no problem with them getting in at this point.
All right. I mean, obviously we won't reveal our ballots, but I have kind of a different view. But we'll get into that another time. Another holdover is Andrew Jones, a guy who I like a lot. 434 home runs. He hit where's the numbers? He only hit 254, but he was a 9-time Gold Glover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, one of the best defensive center
First
fielders
team
of
all
all time.
defense.
And he had close to 500 homers. Like to me, he should be a lock. But
There are a couple of guys on here that it's just a shame that their vote totals for the past couple of years have been so low. Jeff Kent's another one, his 8th year on the ballot.
makes no sense.
Last year,
sense.
27.5%.
Billy Wagner, bro, how is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, Wagner's another
That
one.
makes
He's
no sense.
31.7% last year. He's in his 6th year now.
Like, what are they looking at, bro? Like, there's no way we're looking at the same stats.
Right.
My thing, what I've heard, the argument I've heard with Wagner the most is that he was injured a lot and he did have some injuries,
Oh, hoo-hoo.
and he wasn't
Fuck
the
outta here with
best.
that shit.
But like,
He was
He's the
elite.
best
dude.
He's
lefty.
Look
the
at his
best lefty
strikeout.
ever.
he was the
Yeah.
best lefty ever, so you got to put that in. No,
Yeah, the
Like-
strikeout clips, the
Yeah.
the elite, the dominance that he had. And,
Batting
you know,
average, even his walk percentage is good.
yeah, like
it's
he was like next
A
in line to
sub-1 whip,
Mariano
a sub-1 whip,
of
a
being
sub
feared.
2.35 ERA.
You didn't want to face him. You got this little tiny lefty coming in with these
with
giant
shed.
horse legs,
Yeah.
fucking chucking 102 at your head.
Yeah, right.
Come on, you don't want to face. You don't want to
Yeah,
face
5'10", 180. He's throwing 102,
that. Yeah,
and it's not even a natural lefty.
no, broke his arm in high school.
Yeah, like it's a
One of the coolest
crazy,
stories.
crazy thing. The story of Billy Wagner. I mean, he got Cy Young votes twice. Once as a 34-year-old, and once as a 27-year-old. But
34. Who was he with?
the Mets.
Yeah.
In 06.
Oh.
He was placed in the top 25 in MVP voting twice. As a fucking reliever. First off, if you do that as a reliever, that's just impressive.
Yeah.
He's got the 6th highest saves all time.
Mm-hmm. The most.
He's
for
got the most
lefty,
as a
right?
lefty, right?
And no, he's got 2nd most as a lefty.
Oh, Franco has the most.
John Franco's got 2 more.
No, that's right.
That's interesting then.
And
Yeah.
Franco's not in the Hall of Fame.
And with Wagner's injuries in 08, right? And then 09 he made the comeback with the Red
Yeah.
Sox. And then 2010 he was with the Braves, right?
No, it was 09, I think he had the injury.
Okay, whatever. He was with the Red Sox and the Braves. He was
Yeah.
downright dominant with the Red Sox down the stretch. And
Yeah, a
then
1.98 ERA in 15
Yeah.
games.
And he was dominant. He was pretty damn good with the Braves too, if I'm not mistaken.
A 1.43 ERA in 71 games.
That was his last year, right?
As a 38-year-old.
That was his last year.
Yeah, but he was an all-star.
Yep.
It's
Dude, he's got
a seven-time all-star, by the way.
almost 1,200 strikeouts and 900 innings pitched.
It's unreal.
On the saves list, there's only 2 people ahead of him that aren't in the Hall of Fame. One is Franco. The other one's K-Rod, who probably will get in
They both
after
deserve it.
because he's eligible next year.
K-Rod fell off the ballot last year.
K-Rod? Is he? No, I thought he wasn't even on the
Francisco
ballot.
Rodriguez?
He's not
I
even
think
on
he
the
fell.
ballot yet, bro.
No.
I thought he fell off the ballot last
He
year.
was playing with the Brewers in
You're-
2016.
You're drunk.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I thought
You're
I
drunk.
thought he retired in like 14.
He was he was dominant with the Brewers, was he not?
I
He was
literally
pretty
looked at
damn
this
good
before.
when he revitalized his career with the Brewers.
Francisco Rodriguez is on the 2023 list.
Boom.
Okay.
This
And
fucking kid.
What is
Put
that?
down the drinks, man.
That's what I'm
Jeez.
saying.
No, I'm fine. It's my first drink.
Yeah,
What is
sure.
what does that 2023 ballot look like?
Just close it out. God, give me a second. I didn't think
I
you'd
know.
ask such intelligent questions.
I'm
you
sure
not
we
wanna-
got some pretty
Do
good
you not want
ballots
to know
coming up, actually.
2022 before you know
I
2023?
do. I want to hear 2022.
2022. Carl Crawford, Prince Fielder, Ryan Howard, Tim Lincecum, Joe Nathan, David Ortiz, Papelbon, Peavy, Brzezinski, A-Rod, Jimmy Rollins, and Teixeira.
I hear two guys.
That's gonna be interesting,
Teixeira is an interesting guy. Switch hitter.
Shares an interesting
homers.
take. Yep.
especially since the rule that they made last year, 2 years ago, with that you only have a certain amount of time. Like when you retire from being a writer, you're done. Like you can't
Yeah.
have votes anymore. So it's gonna be interesting because you're gonna get a lot of new guys voting. So are they
About
gonna vote
time.
for? Are they gonna get more of the 7-year peaks? Like 'cause
Right.
like a guy like Prince Fielder and Tim Lincecum.
Yeah,
These guys
those
had
are-
the highest of peaks.
Yeah. When Mike, when you were reading off that list, I heard Ortiz. I heard Fielder.
What about steroids?
That's
do you
where
you think a steroid guy gets in on his first ballot? I don't.
I think David Ortiz is the guy that's gonna get looked past with the steroid allegations and
And he's a
stuff
DH.
like that. I think he's gonna get looked.
Waited too long, along with the steroids. He's gonna wait a very long time on that ballot.
I disagree. I think Ortiz gets in first 3 years.
I disagree.
Let's see.
A-Rod. You really don't think A-Rod's getting in?
No.
Who else is on that
Iraq has
ballot?
a shot. It depends.
A-Rod
Depends
won't
on-
get in
depends on what
for
the
a
voters show.
while,
He won't get in for a while, but he will get in.
especially if Bonds and Clemens.
So-
dude.
So here's an interesting case in that 2023 ballot.
I
Carlos
didn't even read
Beltran.
that off yet.
Beltran's
I
got.
thought you exited out.
No, I kept it up. I know the main part of the question. It's Beltran, Kane, Ethier, Lackey, Napoli, Peralta, K-Rod, Houston Street, Macca's favorite pitcher, Jared Weaver, and Jason Worth.
Don't forget his boy Jacoby Ellsbury on that list.
Well, these are the highlights. Apparently, Jacoby Ellsbury is not a highlight.
Didn't think so.
On what year?
This is
2023.
2023.
No, Ellsbury can't. Oh, because he technically didn't play last year, so he's
Yeah, so they
technically
kinda-
eligible.
Yeah. Beltran's gonna be a very interesting case.
I don't think so.
I
What
don't think
does
it's
the
anything
what does the
actually-
Astros scandal have to
that
do with that?
has
it.
literally nothing to do with
I
it.
think it has nothing to do with it. I think they might penalize him for 1, maybe 2 years at most.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So does
That
that
is-
help K-Rod on that ballot?
K-Rod?
Does
I think K-Rod gets in
Beltran's
regardless.
lack
K-
of votes on the first ballot?
K-Rod's
think-
not going to get on first.
Not on the
ballot.
first
K-
ballot, but he's gonna get in.
K-Rod's
I
going
don't think anybody from this gets on first ballot.
Yeah, I
Right,
don't
but you
think
also
so. I
gotta
don't
remember
think
that you got
anybody for
5%.
first ballot for a little while.
I think they'll get 5%. I could see Beltran getting 45+% around
hmm
his first
Easy.
year.
Easy.
K-Rod, I could see getting 55.
I can see it
Nobody
too.
else really matters. And
I
then
agree.
2024, they have Jose Batista, Adrian Beltre, Bartolo, Adrian Gonzalez, Matt Holliday, Jim Johnson, Victor Martinez, Joe Mauer, Brandon Phillips, Jose Reyes, James Shields, Chase Utley, David Wright, and Brad Ziegler.
That's a
See, I hear
pretty
Jose
That's a
Reyes.
huge class.
that's
I
a
hear
pretty
Jose
good
Reyes
class.
and David Wright in the same ballot.
Wait,
Yeah,
Beltran might be first ballot. Dude.
Beltre? Beltre's
Beltre.
easy
Yeah,
first
I
ballot.
think
Beltre,
Beltran
yes.
can. I think.
Oh, I'm saying Beltran, dude. He might
Oh,
be
Beltran?
ballot.
I
No,
think
he could,
Beltran's first ballot
100%.
too.
Like there's a very good chance that he does, but
He might
Right.
just get like 75 on the nose, honestly, because he's got a 70 career WAR and he's a switch hitter with 430 homers,
Tremendous
how many World Series does he
defense.
have? 2?
300 stolen bases,
Oh no, just one.
2,700 hits.
Yeah.
280 batting. Yeah, he's looking good.
But he was the playoff and playoff MVP for the Astros in 05.
Here's my question with Beltran.
The Astros thing will fuck him up.
No.
You're right, well, that too. But you're
Yes,
looking at a guy who has a very similar line as Andrew Jones.
Switch hitter.
Do you think that makes that much of a difference?
Yes.
Yeah, and Andrew Jones is way better defensively, right?
No,
Yeah.
Listen, it was just right. If Andrew
Beltran,
Jones is way better defensively,
Beltran has the most home runs and stolen bases as a switch hitter ever. No.
Probably close to what is he? He's got 435 homers. Let me see. Chipper.
but my question is,
Mickey Mantle's probably up there.
if not Beltran, if Jones
Beltran.
is still on the ballot right now, he's still waiting, and his numbers aren't that great. What is that going to do with Beltran? Is it because maybe Beltran was flashier and he played in New York instead of Atlanta? And do you think
You're
the
acting
market
as
counts?
if Atlanta wasn't a huge market.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Well, Beltran's a better player overall, like skill wise.
If I was picking a player in their prime, I would take Beltran.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Beltran, is gonna get picked over many players.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, though, it's going to be a very interesting discussion given the Astros situation.
I don't think so.
I don't think that makes a difference.
Why?
I don't think it'll hurt him, but I think some voters, because they're assholes, they'll probably be like, I don't like this guy anymore. Like, what's going on with Chilling? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Well,
I think
Schilling's
it'll
is
have that similar
completely
effect.
different.
It's completely different, but it's still in this,
I agree with what you're saying.
voters are retarded, bro. They're all clueless.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. Do you think it'll have an impact? Do you think it'll hinder 70?
I think it'll slight impact. Like, we're talking like 80% to 75, like minuscule.
I agree.
But with that 2024 class, that's a big class.
First year guys, yeah.
Beltray,
Beltray. Yeah, Beltray is
100%.
first ballot.
Mauer, I think can be first ballot.
Nah, probably not.
Who?
Mauer.
Nah,
Mauer.
he's not first ballot. He might even be a Hall of Famer, honestly.
You might get Scott Rowland in that ballot. You might get Andrew Jones, Helton, depending on what they get in the coming years too, because they'll be still be on the ballot.
I think
Helton's a lock, bro. Larry
all
Walker
three of
made it.
those guys are gonna get in within the next 3 years. Sorry, Macca.
Right, within the next 3 years. I'm talking about the 2023 ballot. We're looking at that.
I'm
Those
saying
guys, if they're still there in
2020,
2023,
2021, 2022.
we're in 2021.
We're in 2024.
Oh, okay, whatever.
The class of 2020 was Walker.
All right,
and,
relax, buddy.
Jeter, and Jeter, right? No. Yeah. I don't know.
You want me to know the problem
They'll
with
get in
Mauer?
the next few years where it won't affect it.
Okay.
The problem with Mauer is that he would get in as a catcher, but he played so many games at first and
base.
DH towards the end of his career.
Yep. And he was a tremendous defensive catcher.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Especially for his size, he was a big dude.
Oh yeah, 6'5", right?
Yeah, he's massive.
Yeah, 6'5", 225.
Got offers to play football too.
Yes, quarterback at Michigan.
I think Michigan or Miami. Yeah.
I think it was Michigan. I think it was a North team up there.
Florida State. It's Florida State.
Was it?
Yeah, because he got drafted out of high school. I remember. Yeah, I remember reading something the other day. For some reason, the other day, Joe Mauer popped up.
I'll take your word, but if you're wrong, I hope the Jets win every game from here on.
Oh, god damn you asshole!
He was actually a really good first baseman in 2017, 14 defensive run save.
Wow.
His catching was a little above average to average, according to his advanced metrics, but
I know he handled the staff very well.
Yeah,
he worked very well with the pitchers.
Probably has a good throwing out runners percentage. He had to have had a hose, I would think.
Yeah, you'd imagine.
Yeah, 53% caught stealing in 2007.
That's solid. They still do have. They have 2025 also, and then the two guys for 2026.
Who are the two guys for 2026?
Kinsler and Pence. Gordon and Pence.
Kinsler's interesting.
That's No,
25?
Kinsler's 25. Yeah, sorry. 25 is Melky, Curtis, Granderson, David Freese, Adam Jones, Kinsler, Brian McCann, Kendrys Morales, Martin Prado, Hanley, Mark Reynolds, Fernando Rodney,
So
CC,
nothing substantial, really.
CC,
CC.
Ichiro,
Oh,
Tulo, and Zobrist.
CC and Ichi, mostly.
yeah.
I know it pains
Um,
Macca to not hear Tulo's name right there. Pains him very
Nah,
deeply.
dude, he's too hurt.
So many injuries.
I know.
Yeah.
He still had a 44 career.
I think
WAR.
McCann can make it.
Nah, his
Not
WAR-
first. Eventually, like I
he's
think
got
he'll make it
31
later
career
on.
WAR,
I need
dude.
to see his
It's
stats.
just too.
But anyway, let's come back to the 2021 ballot real quick.
I do think they give a little bit of leeway on catchers though, so I will agree with you, Mike.
You
Go
want-
on, Max.
I could riddle you off some McCann stats real quick. if you
Let's
want.
hear 'em.
Max will allow it.
No, Max is not in the ball.
Proceed.
Roll him off.
He's only got 282 career homers, 262 career batting
Oh,
average.
you know what? I don't know why. I thought he played a lot
What
earlier than he did.
about his OPS plus?
OPS plus, let's see.
Probably not that high.
His career OPS plus is 110, so it's
Oh.
above average. But he really peaked like 135 or 143 OPS plus. That was it.
Pretty good. For a
Few
catcher.
decent years with the Yankees, but
Big
pretty much
motherfucker.
all with the Braves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because-
And how long was his career?
Let's see, 15 years, 15 seasons.
Okay.
I think Curtis has a shot.
Probably not.
Curtis is an
Probably
interesting
not.
one.
But you could probably make an argument for him
Yeah.
to be like a late guy, like 8, 9, 10 year,
47 career
But-
WAR is pretty nice.
for who?
1,800 hits,
Granderson?
344
Oh,
home
really?
runs, 1,200 runs scored.
I wouldn't vote for him. Too little.
Yeah, it's the stuff. Yeah, he like blossomed a lot later
Mm-hmm.
in his career. He
was
played
really only
16 years.
Really only
It
good
was
with
the years
Yankees.
in the Mets. Yeah, when he played with the Yankees and the Mets, like the
Yeah.
back-to-back
He
years,
had,
he hit 40 home
a
runs.
couple good years with Detroit, though. No?
Yeah, he had.
Yeah,
he
He's
did.
an all-star
2009,
couple
he had
times.
30
Yeah.
homers and a bunch of triples one year.
Yeah, he had like 20-something triples, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
triples in 07. Struck
So
out
how's
a lot.
Play Comerica.
Yeah, jeez.
All right, so let's get back to this year, I guess.
Yeah, let's go back to the 2021 ballot.
Nick
First year
Swisher?
guys. First year guys include Nick Swisher. First team all handsome.
First team all handsome.
9 consecutive years with 20 plus homers, just by the way. It's pretty impressive. I don't know.
Tim Hudson, Mark Burley, Tory Hunter, Dan Herron, Barry Zito, Ramos Ramirez, Shane Victorino, AJ Burnett, LaTroy Hawkins, and Michael Kadire.
With Troy Hawkins.
Troy Hawkins. Dude played for how many years? 21, I think.
Not enough.
Yeah, he played for 21 years. Second most on the ballot.
A substantial
Third
career.
most, sorry. Third most.
Who had the most?
Clemens with 24, and then Bonds and Sheffield with
Yeah.
22.
Sheffield played for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. He came up as young. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember looking at his baseball
at
card, bro.
19.
Shit could barely
Probably
fit.
right.
Any of those guys you think get in?
No.
Maybe Hudson.
A-
Maybe.
Any of the other guys?
Not
Any of the
this year.
first year guys this year?
Any of the first year guys? No. I don't think so.
You don't think Hudson has a case? Burley?
No.
He's got a case. Mark Burley, not really, but
No, I mean he threw the perfect game.
it's a nice. He's got a nice career. Like that's
Yeah, he's got a nice career.
59
He'll-
WAR,
he'll
3.8
go into the
ERA.
White- He'll go into the White Sox Hall of Fame and
Yeah, it's a
Cool.
nice career.
whole life.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
Is he?
Burley? Yeah.
Yeah.
He threw a
Oh,
perfect
okay.
game.
There you go.
Let's see. Burley's ERA plus is 117. Hudson's is 120. So,
Nice careers. That's what you give it to.
I think they get, a couple of votes here and there.
I'd give
I
him a
see
couple votes.
Hudson staying on the ballot between the two of them.
I think so too. Yeah.
What about Tory Hunter, guys?
I'd
All
vote him in.
glove.
Honestly.
He's all glove.
All glove?
He's all glove. He's a decent hitter. He hit okay with the Twins, and then pretty good with Detroit.
He had a few pretty good years. OPS plus of 110 for his career.
It's not.
I
not
don't
bad.
think he gets in.
793 OPS for his career is okay. Well, it's not really Hall of Fame worthy, but
Yeah.
I guess you pair that with his defense, maybe. I don't know.
He goes in the Hall of Extremely Good.
350 homers. Yeah.
He's a name that'll stick around. Like he's a historical
Yeah.
name, just because of like how good he was in the field and like.
Yeah, and
Right.
that flip over the outfield fence in 2013.
9-time Gold Glover. So.
All right, boys. With all these names going on, obviously these guys are not Hall of Famers in our eyes, apparently. Couple guys last year that really I thought didn't deserve to be on the ballot. One guy I thought didn't deserve to be on the ballot. Got a vote last year. Which one of these guys is going to surprise you and get a couple of votes?
I think everybody will catch a vote probably.
Because last year Brad Penny got a fucking vote.
Yeah, last year was weaker as talent overall, in my opinion.
Paul Konerko fell off the ballot last year. Which
Yeah,
was
bro,
fine.
Travesty.
That was criminal.
Yeah.
Like Posada, bro. How does he fall off the ballot, bro? As a catcher, one of the better catchers in the decade or the 2000s.
Right.
Again, these are also people that could get in later. Like, if Konerko doesn't get in, like in a veterans committee or something, like
That's
right.
It's ridiculous.
Robbery.
I mean, dude, Posada's OPS plus for his career is 121, and he had an 848 OPS.
Wow.
474 slugging. I mean, his defense must have been that bad. Let me see. Yeah, he fell off the ballot first year, dude. That's crazy.
I don't know. Victorino probably deserves it the least, in my opinion.
But you think he'll be that guy that gets that vote, doesn't deserve one?
No, I mean you can make a case for him with Phillies in 08 and 09. He's a big piece of those clubs.
Did they already announce the special committee for like who got in?
It was Marvin Miller and Ted Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I was just making sure because they have it up for like the next 7 years of which era of baseball is going in.
Right. So none of those guys are Hall of Famers. How many of those guys do you think stay on the ballot?
Stay on the ballot.
Probably
The better
Hudson.
question would be how many go
Hunter.
off.
Yeah.
I think Hudson, Burley, and Hunter probably stay on, or I guess Andrew Jones if he doesn't get in.
I'm talking about
He
the
means
first year guys.
First year guys.
Hudson, Burley, Hunter, Herron, Zito, Aramis Ramirez, Victorino, Burnett, Swisher, Hawkins, Kadire.
Hawkins is off.
Hunter.
Yes, kills me to say, but Swisher's off. Barry Zito's probably gone. Yeah, a lot of them, honestly. I would.
Yeah, really just Hudson and Hunter, in my opinion.
Yeah, just those two guys. Yeah. All right. And obviously, we touched on Konerko falling off last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious. Obviously, there are a couple of guys who, everybody feels deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Guys who fell off the ballot or because they weren't getting enough votes or they timed out on the ballot. I was curious. Top 5 guys that aren't in the Hall of Fame that deserve it. And if you want to push it to 6, because number 1, pretty obvious, at least for me. I'd like to know what you guys think. I can read off my list first if you guys need a little bit of time.
Let's hear your list.
This is in no particular order. I have 6 here, including Paul Konerko. I think he should be in the Hall. Jim Edmonds is the guy who I felt strongly about being a Hall of Famer. Guy was incredible in the outfield and was a huge part of 2 teams' successes in the Angels and the Cardinals and what he did for those franchises. Another guy I like is Kenny Lofton. An incredibly underrated player, in my opinion, that never got enough love, even when he was still playing. Obviously, Pete Rose is my number 1 guy. It's criminal that he is not a Hall of Famer because they banned him for stuff he didn't even do on the field. Hall of Fame should be what you do about what you do on the field. And Pete Rose, definitely number 1 on my list. I also got Shoeless Joe Jackson. We're going back a while, but again, another reason, a stupid reason to be banned from the Hall of Fame when he was innocent, even, and it was proven, I think, later on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then the last guy I had, I was doing some digging. I was looking at these lists that all these websites had, and this name kept coming up, so I looked into it. Bobby Grinch.
Bobby Grinch.
Bobby Grinch.
Cool.
He was second baseman. Played 17 years, was with the Angels and the Orioles. He was a 6-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glover, and a Silver Slugger winner. Yes, he doesn't hit 2,000 hits, but his WAR of 71-1 is definitely high enough to be a Hall of Famer, especially at the second base position that's very weak and underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Only 224 home runs, 266 batting average, and again, those are the baseline stats. An OPS plus of 125 though is pretty good. Got on base at his career on base percentage was 371. I think he was a guy that looks like he was overrated, and I was doing some digging about it. He was really, really good for a long time. So, Bobby Grinch.
I can give you a couple. I can give you 3.
Can I give you a second? Kenny Lofton didn't even make it past his first year.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Was Kenny Lofton that good? I don't know.
Defensively, he was one of the best center fielders ever.
Like
And he
Him
stole
and-
a lot
him
of
and-
bases.
between him and Edmonds.
I mean, he's got some nice numbers.
Yeah, he wasn't an offensive.
He still
Powerhouse,
stole a
but-
shit ton of bases. But
Yeah,
And he still, for his career, he
he's
still hit 299.
299, 70 WAR almost. I mean, 2,400 hits, 600
plus.
stolen bases. OPS plus. Let's see.
Because a guy like him, you don't expect it to be that high.
107. So
All right, that's where I expected it to be.
solid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially for a
372 on base
defensive,
percentage.
speed-minded center fielder. All right.
I mean, he had a 145 OPS plus. One of his years. Let's see. In 94. It's his best year probably. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he came in 4th in the MVP voting.
Yeah. First year off the ballot. That's crazy, actually.
Yeah, so that's my list. Obviously, there's a little bit of a recency bias with Lofton, Edmonds, and Konerko.
Yeah, I see that. Fucking bitch.
But those are guys that, I watched growing up and that they had an impact on me, which every
You watch
voter has a
that
little
guy
bit of
that played
bias.
in the 1800s. You watch that guy?
I'm talking about Lofton, Edmonds,
I know.
and Konerko, you fuck.
I know.
Jackass.
All right, I got my list. I wrote it down.
Let's hear it.
What do you got, Billy?
So I got Paul Konerko.
You guys are that high on Konerko?
I am that high on Konerko.
Why? What did he do that was so special?
He accelerated his game into his 30s and deep into his 30s. And to be able to do that and hit 40 home runs at like 38 years old while coming up clean, playing a good defense, playing big leadership role for a team.
I don't know.
I'm pretty big on Konerko.
That's all right.
And he
But-
did it during the steroid era, too. And he was a guy who played clean throughout the steroid era and held his own.
Pete Rose, of course. It's an easy
course.
one. Gil Hodges.
Forgot about Gil. Yep.
He deserves to either be in as a player or a manager or both. And then got Joe Torrey.
Torrey's not in?
He's not
Not
in
as
As
I
a
don't
player.
think he is as a player.
Oh, so you're saying Torrey as a player
as a
deserves
player.
Okay.
He's a very, very good player.
Yeah, wasn't he MVP?
Yes, he was an MVP. He was a very good player. Very, very good player. He deserves it. Whatever. I
Nine-time All-Star. Wow.
I split a vote between Keith Hernandez and
Thank you.
Don Mattingly.
Yeah, Donnie Baseball.
I
They were
had them
basically
both.
Billy,
so
if he's
much-
in the crowd here.
No, I went through it and I saw Keith.
They were basically the same player, and injuries derailed Mattingly, and I think that's not fair to hold that against him. He was a great player. He was a Yankee captain, and
Yes, sir.
he deserves it. Keith, he's and they were the two stashes of New York in the '80s, man.
It's factual.
Lefty first baseman, studs.
The only
And then-
facial hair on the New York Yankees teams.
Pretty much.
And then I have one last one, the sleeper pick, Kevin Millar.
What?
Now,
Really?
Billy's a big 1-5 fan.
just because I love him, that's the only reason.
105 live.
Interesting. I like that list. Bro. I like the
Thank
twist at the end. You got me
So
there.
what was the reasoning behind Millar?
No, I just like him. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
He's got a
like-
14 career war
Oh, so it's like Macca and Swisher.
It's got a 14
Yeah.
career war.
for 12 years, bro. It's like a below average player for like. Interesting. He had 25 homers one year. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, who's
Is that
got their
03 or
list?
04?
I got you. All right, I got.
And
Done.
real quick though, Billy, that's a very good list, and there are some players who I did leave out, and
Well, yeah, it's only a
Yeah,
list of
you
5.
decided to pick
Yeah.
the fucking Grinch.
you also know my vendetta against Keith Hernandez, so
What's
Yeah,
the
'cause he-
Seinfeld
I
episode? He
hate
spit on you?
him more than you, and I've hated him since
'Cause-
2005.
It's because he G'd you, Max. Get over it.
Oh, yeah.
he big leagued me. He big leagued me.
Picture, insert picture right here.
I'd big league you too.
All
All
right.
right, what do you got, Macca?
All right. Obviously, I got Mattingly, Rose. I got McGriff,
I was gonna pick him.
Jim Edmonds,
I was
Great
thinking
pick.
that.
Thurman Munson.
It's another great pick. That was a great list.
Guy
Fantastic.
he had a 40
All guys
career
I
war in
was
like
toss
10
up.
seasons, dude. One of the
Mhm.
best catchers that nobody talks about.
Because he died.
Tragically passed away.
It's a fantastic list. Fred
Thank you.
McGriff deserved a lot more credit than he got for.
He did.
Yeah, bro, overlooked. And
He's
if you
one of the
want to
greatest players of the 80s. and
throw in
90s.
an honorable mention, Nick Swisher, because he's doing a lot.
Because he's not gonna get in.
Yeah, we not. Okay.
Mike, what do you got?
So we're not including people that are currently on the list, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I was gonna say Barry Bonds because he's the greatest hitter of all time. Pure power, whatever. But then that also takes away it. Like, just think about this before anything. If they're gonna get in, does Mark McGwire deserve to be in before I do my list?
Probably.
That's a
Yeah,
personal thing, no?
it's a good argument.
Because he retired a couple
Mhm.
years before them, so he fell off.
Yeah, he fell off in what?
He was not as
2012.
generously greeted. Yeah.
Yeah, he was not at all. Also, because he was a prick.
Well, yeah, I mean
You know.
that is mad.
That's why Jeff Kent's not getting much love.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
So annoying, dude. Like, you're good at baseball.
Yeah.
Vote him in. It's a
Bro,
fucking.
what is the
All right, the Hall of
personality
Fame
have
for
to do with anything?
baseball players, not
Yeah,
Hall
not-
of Fame assholes. Or
Not- Oh, was he nice to me? No, fuck off with that bullshit. Did he
All
play
right,
well on the
so
field? Good.
Let me slim down my list here. Dude, I had like 15 guys.
Only nice guys, by the way.
So I found this out actually. Dell Murphy's on my list.
It's a good one.
I like that.
I like that a
He
lot.
he was on the ballot significantly longer than Harold Baines and got significantly better numbers than him.
Hmm.
And Harold Baines got in.
In terms of voting support,
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, the Harold Baines still blows my mind.
And he was on it when it was still 15 years for the ballot, right?
Yes.
He made it to 15 years.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think he
No?
made it.
No, I
Oh.
thought he made it all the way through.
I thought he did too.
Or he's close. I don't know.
And he
Maybe
was
like
like- He pretty much hovered around the same numbers his entire time on the ballot. Sad,
yes.
because he deserved it.
He's
The
one of those
eight-
Jeff Kent guys. Yeah.
The 80s is like you have to like really give a break on the power. I think that is what the steroid era did for the 80s. It kind of hurt guys power wise because who was really the biggest power hitter back then? Darryl Strawberry,
he didn't
of
get
the
in.
80s, and
Reggie
of
Jackson.
course
Doc Gooden didn't get him.
he was a pitcher,
Well,
I
Doc
know what I'm
got hurt
saying.
way too
I'm
much.
saying, yeah.
And he
and
did a lot of
way
drugs.
too
but-
much coke.
All right. So Pete Rose. I'll do the split vote as well with Don and Keith. Oral Hershiser.
Ooh, good one.
Ooh, that's
Like
a good
that.
one.
I like that.
Luis Tiant.
Like that too.
Then I had Steve Garvey. I don't know how good he was, but it's just a name that I know.
I like that too.
It's just a name I know.
Well, no, like I know he had a very good career on the
Yeah.
on the Dodgers.
I'll look him
like,
up for you.
I have it up already. Don't worry.
He's a
He won
player
an
of the
MVP. He
70s.
won 10-time All-Star, multiple-time CS playoff MVP. Won a World Series.
War is a little low, but
It's a
his
little
OPS
low.
plus
What
is
was
pretty
the war?
good.
What's his career WAR?
38.1.
38.
Right, 10-time All-Star. It's interesting.
I mean, All-Stars don't really mean anything, but
OPS is a little low.
yeah. How long did he play for though? That's the thing.
19 years.
He played on our team.
His peak is pretty good though.
His peak is very good.
Eight,
Yeah,
11,
7-year peak. He was in the All-Star
7.
MVP voting every year.
Wow.
852, 848.
Okay.
OPS plus peaked at about
His
133.
peak was eight years, 9
Yeah,
years.
he's got a nice peak. I'd
Yeah.
give him a vote, sure.
And then I also had Dave Parker as well.
Oh, that's a good one. That is
Great.
Great list.
MVP, 2 World Series. I literally what I did was I went into the list and saw who like the names that I know that are very good players that didn't get in or didn't stay on the ballot.
Wait, Dave Parker's peak was very good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, guys,
You know what I love about having 4 people do a podcast?
everybody looks it up.
Well,
Dude, he played for years.
Dave
it's
He
the
Parker?
played
fact
until
that
he was 40. He played for 18 years.
the only one player that all of us had on our list was Pete Rose. We all had different thoughts on
Well,
this, and
yeah.
we pretty much came up with what 16 different players.
I
Yeah.
could have went even farther back.
I mean, in the
just
span
it
of
was my
2
Right.
seconds, too. I mean, we did it all at the top for the most part.
Right, exactly. You know that
Dave Parker's peak.
But it
even
also
though
shows- it shows, you know, that these guys get 10 votes. Just how hard it is to get in the Hall of Fame, and some of these guys are deserving. It's crazy because guys like Jeff Kent, Wagner may not get the support that they deserve.
Yeah.
But I know that the 4 of us are all big on Wagner and Kent.
Mhm.
And
You're stupid if
it's-
you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just plain and simple. Like you're just a prick, and no one likes you, not even your mom.
Sheesh, it's blunt.
Dave Parker almost had 3,000 hits, which I didn't realize.
Wow.
He was close.
Wow, really?
2,700.
27-12, yeah.
Wow.
How many
How
years
long
is
did
he on
he
the ballot?
play?
15?
I think less.
Dude,
How
his
long did he play?
1978 season. He played 19 years.
19, 18, yeah, 18 years.
Wow.
That was when they played a while, yeah. That's interesting. You know,
Long career.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't on the ballot then. Let's go back.
And I'm sure people back then said the same thing we're about to say, is that we currently live in an era where there's so many great ball players,
It's a great transition.
so many great ball players that I think a lot of them are going to get overlooked, just like Dave Parker did. Like
To confirm, Dave Parker fell off after 15 years.
15, yeah, like Fred McGriff did on the Hall of Fame aspect. Guys like Zach Greinke might even not get the love he deserves because he wasn't that power pitcher in a power pitcher era. But he had that year with the Dodgers, the 3 years of stretch with the Dodgers, where his ERA total was what, sub 2.4, whatever
He
it
had
was.
He had like a 169 that one.
Right,
year.
something absurd. Yes, Mike.
Okay. So the year that Dave Parker finished his ballot is the year Harold Baines fell off as well, and that was Baines' 5th year. Sorry, I need to keep
Baines'
this.
5th year.
His 5th year on the ballot, he fell off.
We're in a very anti-Baines mood right now, aren't we?
It's not even like that, but like his numbers just aren't good.
They're not, dude. He was like a DH too.
He just hit home runs.
Barely.
How many home runs did he have?
384, but like that's.
Oh, really? I thought he was over 400. Never mind.
He hit
Yeah,
384 home runs over 22 years.
That makes no sense. No sense.
His WAR was 38.7. He did have 3,000 hits almost. Also, he was 28.66.
That's an average of 17 homers a year.
It's not good.
I mean,
Yeah, but he had almost 3,000
He did hit
hits
290. Like
in
his,
22 years.
you know what? He's an accumulation guy.
Yeah.
He has to be because he did hit 290, which isn't bad.
Yeah, but the problem is he's an accumulator, but he didn't even accumulate like good career numbers, like not over 400 homers, not even close to 500, not even close to really 3,000 hits.
Yeah,
He's
dude,
still-
he was only in the MVP voting 4 times.
And was he top 10 or top 5?
He was 20, 10, 13, and 9.
Jeez.
And he never
So
he
one
led the
top
league
10.
in one category ever.
Which was?
He led
Sacrifice
slugging
flies?
percentage one year.
So that actually brings me to a topic where Max brought up the other day that if you are the best at anything at your position, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Now, Max, I made the joke and I said, so the second baseman with the most sac flies ever, he deserves to be in. And you said, fuck off. So now
Apparently,
I wanna know
Harold
what-
Baines is in.
What-
Yeah,
what-
fuck you, Harold Baines.
what do you mean by that?
So, at a position like second base, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
if you're the best hitting second baseman, most homers, you're top 5, top 10 in batting average. If you're
Jeff
If you're
Kent.
one of those upper echelon guys in your position,
Yep.
cumulative,
Mhm.
and as an all-around ass, even if it's one-sided, best fielding, but we have the best fielding shortstop in history, in Ozzie Smith and Honus Wagner. Those guys are in the Hall of Fame currently. Honus was a better hitter than Ozzie, but besides the point.
I want to stole bases, bro. I want his baseball card.
Yeah, fork up $1 million for that thing.
For Honus. Oh, that's what
206.
my brother saw me doing all like the card stuff. Now he's like, oh yeah, just go get a Honus Wagner baseball card.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
T206.
Brooke. Go on. Let's go.
It's like the biggest thing was we talking about Mike Piazza when his name came on the ballot. He is the best hitting catcher of all time. Offensively, he drove in more runs than most. I think all but like one catcher maybe, if that.
Yeah.
He hit the most home runs.
Yeah.
Best hitting catcher.
If he did not lead in an offensive category, Johnny Bench did.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and it's those two.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two best hitting catchers of all time.
Yeah.
Have to get in.
Yeah.
That's kind
And,
of my look at Jeff Kent.
And,
Guy
like,
had
Gilmer.
the most home runs among all second basemen. I think
Yeah,
he's
that's-
top
that-
5 in RBIs.
And a lot of his home runs came at DH and third base as well, by the way. Just to
really?
Put that in perspective, yeah. So the fact that he's still, after playing that many games at other positions,
Yeah.
And go on, Mac.
But,
Sorry,
it's stuff like that.
Max.
Macca,
Excuse
sorry.
you, Macca.
Me. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
was
you
gonna
were
say
saying something.
that. That's why Jeff Kent should be Hall of Famer. It's
Mhm.
because of those home runs at second. That's what
Mhm.
puts him over the top of a lot of guys.
Yep.
It's overlooked.
Into
Yeah.
He was an MVP. I mean, what was he? An MVP in 2000, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a tremendous season. I mean, his nickname Superman.
Yeah.
And then you look at a guy like Billy Wagner.
Yeah.
Supposedly the best lefty closer of all time. He's not number 1 in saves, but he's 2 off. Behind
But
John
it's-
Franco,
it's-
played 5 more years than him?
And John Franco also a different era playing, pitching
Different
multiple
style
innings
of pitcher,
for saves
too.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
different
yeah.
style.
I mean, John Franco topped out at what, 77 MO at best.
Straight finesse.
He probably throws harder now than he did back
Yeah.
then. Like, come on. That man.
I think Billy Wagner right now could still throw harder than
filthiest
John Franco in his prime.
100%.
I may have ever seen in my life.
But my point being, Wagner had a sub 2.35 ERA,
Mhm.
lefty closer. It's guys like that who are top 5 or even top 3 in most categories on one side of the ball that deserve to be Hall of Famers.
Mhm.
Everybody after that you can make cases for. Those are guys that are set in stone, should be near locks.
Yeah.
Like let's say hypothetically Macca was, we'll take his high school numbers. He had 480, right?
Mm.
And
Just go to the website and check it out.
he had 480 senior year. Let's say Macca stayed over 300 his entire career. First off, he had 480 one year. That's Hall of Fame enough. But let's say Macca was the most atrocious fielder the game has ever seen.
Wouldn't matter.
That's the
Yeah.
only way I could say he's not a lock.
No.
If he had a lower DRS than a runs created number.
So what is
I
the
understand
argument
what you're
with
trying to say there.
Omar
Okay.
Vizquel? Because Omar Vizquel is one of the worst hitters. Not one of the worst hitters, but to be if he would have gone to the Hall of
put it
Fame,
up there.
if he would have gone to the Hall, he'd be one of in the bottom tier of hitters to be in the Hall of Fame.
Here's my thing. If
It is
Harold
not
Baines is in, let Omar in.
No.
Yeah, but is Vizquel the
different.
best defensive shortstop of all time?
No.
Vizquel hit 272. What are you saying? He's in the
Ozzie
lower?
Smith.
Okay,
Ozzie Smith is the
dude.
best defensive
Look at-
shortstop.
I don't give a shit about average. That's
Enough with
singles.
batting average, bro. Like
I mean, his OPS plus is 82, so
How many runs, RBIs?
Is OPS plus? Say that again.
82 is OPS plus.
82.
Runs 1445. You know, almost 3,000 hits. 2877.
Yeah, he played for 75
4
years.
years.
Right.
Dude,
Rafael Palmeiro is still trying to make a comeback. Like he's trying to get to 3,000.
Under 1,000 RBIs, but again, he was also a leadoff guy.
a leadoff. guy. Who the
Ricky
hell had
Henderson
him
was a
as
leadoff guy.
Yes.
Well, Ricky was a different breed.
I mean, we're talking.
But
Prince-
Vizquel was also
Fun
fantastic.
fact, Prince Fielder has more inside the park home runs than Ricky
Yes, he
Henderson.
does.
I saw that today.
Now that
Thus, Prince Fielder is the fastest man in baseball history.
Yes, he is.
debatable.
Max, how many? What's Vizquel's career defensive stats? Defensive WAR,
We go to that page.
DRS.
His DRS isn't even that great, according
Let's hear
to Baseball Reference.
I trust Baseball Reference the most.
It's doesn't look that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't. It's missing a lot of. It's pre 2002, but after that, it's really not anything special. If I'm
I mean,
being honest.
granted, after 2002, he was already in the 60s, right? So
He was 35. Yeah. So
He was 35 season, but he won 2 more Gold Gloves after that.
this guy.
So like, yeah, bro. A lot of it's negative to 0. Like, 1 year he had a 2007 16 DRS. 2002 or 2003 at a 10. Like that's not.
His DRS, I think, total is 49.
Yeah, that's not great.
Mm.
It's not.
But they also don't have a DRS for him from 02, from 89 to 02.
Yeah, but you can't assume you fall off that much, right? You really.
Be sticking around. Yeah. No.
You can't.
I mean, you can imagine it, slightly better.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a little bit better, but like we're not.
It's a chart. It goes up and down.
That's also 13 years of stats you're missing though. So.
Right. I just the 82 OPS plus does it for me. Like bro, you can't be that bad of a hitter. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's like Luis Aparicio territory, bro.
I feel like we strayed though from the transition that you said was a fantastic transition.
Yeah,
was the transition.
That's your fault. So.
It was, we're talking about all these overlooked guys. No, it was Mike's fault. Talking about Dave fucking Parker. For 6 minutes, 16 minutes.
For Dale Murphy.
Go on.
I mean, he was a catcher who transitioned to outfield and won Gold Gloves in the outfield. Sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
Can we mute him real quick?
We can mute you.
So we were talking about how many of these guys were overlooked in their era by the Hall of Fame. We're living in an era right now where we're gonna run into that same problem. Mm-hmm. I think it starts with Prince Fielder. I think that ballot is where it's gonna start.
You could say that, but like,
I don't think so.
Yeah, he wasn't that.
No, I'm not saying Fielder. I'm saying that ballot.
Why?
No.
I just think that we're getting to that point where the guys whose careers ended last 5, 6 years. They're gonna get overlooked because of just how much greatness there was during this time period.
I mean, you brought up a good point with Zach Greinke. I think he's a Hall of Famer. He's got a 72 career WAR,
right? And
he's still going pretty.
He's an easy.
Yeah,
right. Greinke, yeah.
I think if you want to look at our active players right now, bro, to me, if you were to make an all Hall of Fame team right now, it's
doing every position. Let's do every position.
You could do catcher, Buster Posey, in my opinion.
Right now.
I don't think John's Hall of Fame.
No, Buster's a better player.
First base, pool host Miggy, and even Botto, if you want to throw that in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Second base, Cano, maybe.
No, he's done.
Not anymore.
Just
right, but if A-Rod gets in, he's gotten in it for being.
Well, but if A-Rod gonna get it, it's a question.
I think so. 3-time MVP, multiple-time World Series champion. Yes, he's gonna get
shortstop. It's a little
second base Altuve. Second base Altuve, but you got the Astros, the scandal.
No, I don't think the scandal has that much to do with them.
So do you think Altuve is a Hall of Famer?
I look at his stuff. I don't think he's got enough there.
He'll play for.
He's only
He'll play
30?
for a bunch. Yeah, he'll play for a while.
31.
Yeah, but he's already on a huge decline, bro. He did negative WAR last year. I
think that season gets thrown out.
Yeah,
I really do.
We'll see where he goes from here. He's still athletic.
What are the second basemen are there? Not many, right?
That's a position?
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that last week.
Right. Shortstop. What do you got, Macca? Who do you think? Shortstop.
I mean, a lot of people seem to make a case for Andrelton Simmons. I wouldn't, but he does have a 191 defensive run saved right now.
And the thing with the other shortstops is they're still too young.
Yeah, like Lindor, you'll never know.
As of right now, yeah.
Yeah, Tatis, Correa, Seager.
They're all too young.
Yeah.
You even go with the top pick you did go with is Lindor.
Yeah.
What about Xander Bogaerts?
Yeah,
he's got a nice trajectory. He's got a nice trajectory.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a 23 career WAR, dude. Like, that's pretty much all offensive.
So who is this?
That's true.
Bogaerts.
That's 23, is it?
I mean, he's only played for 8 years. It's not, and he's primarily offensive. So like,
That's fair. Yeah.
you know, like it's only so much his
All
offensive.
right. So what do we got at third base?
Arenado's looking good.
Chapman could be there.
He could be there.
We'll see how he does.
I'm not a big fan of Matt Chapman.
JD Davis.
No.
Yes.
Rendon? Question mark.
Rendon would be.
That's. Yeah.
Chris Bryant.
He's got a shot.
Chris Bryant. We'll see how he does.
Years.
See if he can bounce back.
24 WAR already. I mean, he's.
Oh,
That WAR might start declining.
Yeah.
He plays like last year.
Well, he had a .4 last year, so it's not really.
And we're talking about Bryant. What about? Let's go back across the diamond to first base. Is Rizzo a Hall of Famer?
I like Rizzo a
He
lot.
might be. He's a nice two-way player.
Yeah, he's a guy that might get overlooked though, which is the topic of that we kind of got started on.
No, you have to think about it. These guys are going to be spread out. You know, Rizzo is 31 years old.
Right, but my point
30.
being, you know, he might get overlooked, and you're looking at the era and the all times, all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think Rizzo's peak is enough, but
he's still playing, so we don't know.
Yeah, so like one.
How many career home runs does he have right now?
Career homers 229.
Okay.
His OPS plus, though, if you were to go by OPS and OPS plus, it's looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 straight years. So if you were to put like 3 more really good years together, which is doable, I think you could make a strong case for him.
Okay.
Mac, you got really Italian when you started saying that.
Did I?
Yeah. Your voice got like lower.
Yeah, it comes out every now and then. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? Like, I'm not saying he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, but Adalberto Mondesi's only like 23 and he's been in the league for 5 years.
What?
Yeah.
Wild?
He came on 16, right? Or
he's 25, but yeah.
Right,
he's already played like 4 seasons.
Yeah. It's like Starlin
Not
Castro.
Yeah. I just saw that because I was looking at positions.
So let's get back on topic here, right?
So we got third base already. Let's go. Yeah, let's go left field then.
Left field is
Soto.
Ryan Braun.
Braun.
Soto, most likely.
Yeah, they have Yelich listed.
I mean, we have Alex Gordon, just retired this year.
Oh yeah, he's
tired. He's out. Doesn't count.
All right. Is Conforto a left fielder? You know, he's had a very quiet, good set of good start to his career.
Well, we'll see how he does the next year. I think the next years are going to be a big piece. Right now, absolutely not.
Right.
So center field, Trout, and then right field.
Just gave up on everybody else in center.
Yeah, nobody.
I think Bellinger's on a good trajectory.
That's could be.
Bellinger's on a good trajectory.
Yeah, I think Bryce Harper's looking pretty good actually.
Bryce Harper's going to be a Hall of Famer. 33
WAR. Is he even 30?
Barring injury.
28.
Did we mention Machado maybe?
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, Machado.
That's not bad. Yeah. The thing with Harper though is if he bats a career like 230, does he get in?
Yeah, I think so.
I think by the time that he's on the ballot, yeah.
Bro, his on base is just. If he continues to walk at a ridiculous rate with a 250 batting average, like who the fuck cares?
No, he's actually batting 276 for his career, I guess. It seems a lot lower because the past couple of years he's been hitting.
Machado is almost like a lock, dude. He's got a 40 WAR already.
Really?
And if he just keeps this up for a few more years, he's like a lock. Just look at his peak.
Two-way player.
See, those 2 years helped Harper so much. Harper batted over 300, batted 320 and 330.
Oh, he just needs about 250 and have a 380, 390.
No, I'm saying I didn't realize why his average was so high because he batted over 330 or 320 2 years. So it helped pull it up.
Actually, Bellinger is on a really nice.
It's on a great pace.
18 WAR, pretty much 19 at this point. Yeah.
He's an all-way player too.
Yeah. And 4 years in the league already.
That's the cool thing about, players nowadays. It's like everybody's a fucking 5-tool player.
Yeah, let me look up Mookie real quick. Mookie's got to be.
What about John Carlos Stanton? Say he doesn't get injured for the rest of his career.
Yeah, if he hits 500, he's almost a lock, right?
Yeah.
Mookie's at 45 WAR.
Really?
That's it.
Stanton's at 41. I got 41.
Mookie's only 28.
And he played in college, did he?
Mookie? No, he got drafted out of high school.
Oh, did he? He came up a little late now, though. Don't know.
Yeah, he was
2014?
he's a 5th round pick, so he came up in
13, 14?
14, correct.
14.
14.
Yeah, Stanton, he's on a decent path to 500. He just
Mhm.
has to stay healthy. He's at 300 right now.
And hope to play full seasons.
I mean, at least 100 games.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
He could hit 30 in 100 games, no problem.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, Mookie's a Hall of Famer, bro. Look, he's on a ridiculous trajectory right now. 45 WAR, 301 batting average. His OPS plus has to be through the roof too.
Do you think Judge has a shot?
No, no chance.
No.
I'm just saying. Like,
He'll retire by 33.
Yeah,
I was just seeing because like
he's got he. If he played full seasons, he'd be on a great path because
I know,
he's
that's what I was
such a
saying.
two-way player. So his
See, now-
WAR's
Now I have a question that I know I brought up before. Nick
You're gonna need
Markakis.
to make-
absolutely not.
I see what you're saying about Nick Markakis. I understand it,
Mm-hmm.
but no.
It's the argument is there.
I don't even think
so
it's, I don't even think there's an argument at all, to be honest.
I see what you're saying with
his
a
career-
guy
his career
who
stats aren't terrible.
He's
is
a
very consistent throughout his career.
yeah, but we're
decent
talking Hall of
numbers.
Fame, dude. We're not
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, no,
Consistent award.
he only had one time he ever got on the MVP ballot, so I don't
Let me
think so.
let me ask you this though: Is
His numbers are
3,000
worse than
hits-
Harold Baines.
Is 3,000 hits an automatic Hall of Fame?
He's not going to get there, for being
He's not.
honest.
That
Dude,
was-
I'm just asking,
he
I'm
needs
just asking.
600.
I mean, it's
Uh,
hard.
I'm just asking. That's all.
Especially now, yes. I feel like yes now.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, Craig Biggio.
3,000 strikeouts.
Yes, easy.
As a pitcher, yes.
I don't think we're gonna see a 3,000 strikeout pitcher for a long
I
time.
don't think so either.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
think
hard.
we-
They don't get innings.
I don't think we will ever again.
Let's
So
see.
then-
Let's see what Cole's at, strikeout wise.
Oh, we didn't do our pitchers yet.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
So let's
it's
go pick
Kershaw,
Hall of Fame pitchers
Scherzer,
right now.
Greinke,
How many hours do we got?
Verlander.
Verlander. Shit, yeah,
Verlander's automatic. He's already in.
yeah.
Kershaw's already in.
Scherzer's already in.
Is DeGrom a Hall of Famer at this point?
I think he's on 2 years.
I think he's getting real close, dude.
Who? DeGrom?
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
on 2 years.
I mean,
Stay
he is.
healthy.
Yeah, he's getting real close.
I think Bueller has the stuff to be able to do it.
He's been top 10 for the past 4 years. DeGrom's been top 8 Cy Young every year, and then he was MVP top 10 for the past 2.
I think
He's been in the league for 7 years now.
Yeah.
DeGrom needs 2 to
give
3 good years.
3 more
good
years, Sandy
he's gonna-
Koufax type thing.
Yeah. 100%.
We're just dominate the fucking game for a decade.
John Lester.
I'd have
I
to,
need to see his stats.
let's see.
What is possible? 3 World Series, right? 4 World Series? 3 or 4?
DeGrom's got a 38 WAR.
John Lester's got to have 4, right?
Lester's got a 44 WAR, 3.6 ERA. He's
got
more like
4
Andy
rings?
Pettit.
Three rings,
Great.
5-time All-Star, and an
Only
LCS.
3 rings? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, does Nelson Cruz get in?
As a DH, probably, right?
Just because, yeah, I was scrolling through the stats and I saw DH as a category and I was like,
He was only
oh,
suspended once, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him it to him.
If Big Papi and Edgar Martinez get in, I mean, not
Lester
that
has
Cruz is
just
that
about
good.
2,400 strikeouts and just about 2,600 innings pitched. He is 193 and 111 with a 3.60 ERA and a WAR of 44.6 as of right now.
I don't know. He's similar to Pettit.
15-year career.
Probably comes up short. Might stay on the ballot for a couple years, but I wouldn't vote for
Yeah, he
him.
also has a couple of years. He's probably got another year or two in him.
Yeah, I would think at least 2
Mhm.
if he wants to play.
I think
does Wayno get in?
I was about to say Wainwright could be up there.
Could be.
He could. He probably wouldn't get in for like 5 or 6 years, honestly, depending on the ballot.
He'd be a legacy guy.
It's going to
Sure.
be
Oh,
interesting seeing
Scherzer.
pitchers coming up with
Strasburg could be one.
Scherzer, Strasburg.
Yeah, Strasburg, I doubt it.
Bueller's got the stuff. Mad Bum could make a case.
Strasburg's not even close, honestly. Mad Bum,
No.
I don't think is even close either, honestly. It's just his regular season just aren't that impressive.
Julio Teheran versus the Mets in City Field.
That's best pitcher ever.
Scherzer's a lock.
Yeah, Scherzer's a lock for sure. I'd say DeGrom in 2 more years would be a lock. 2 or 3 more years.
Johnny Cueto.
Cueto's an interesting one. Yep.
He's not getting.
He's not really interesting at
He's
all.
just an interesting case. That's all.
He was probably one of the more underrated pitchers of the early.
And then he just
tens.
was on
Decade.
shitty shit. He's on shitty shit.
Jake Arrieta. I mean, looking at a 7-year peak, he doesn't have it, but he's got a
Absolutely
5-year
not.
peak.
He's got a
Absolutely
2-year
not.
peak.
Jake Arrieta, yeah, he's a 2-3
Yeah.
peak at best.
Yeah.
Cheeks with the Orioles and cheeks with.
I mean,
the
we're
Phillies.
talking
He was
straight
in
locks.
college for about 2-3 years.
Verlander, we said. Zach Greinke, we said.
That's really it. It's a nice list.
Kershaw, we didn't say Kershaw.
I said yeah.
Yeah, we said
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry. It's
I
a
mean,
lot of names.
if you
King
wanna go to
Felix? Felix. Does he
Nah.
get in?
I don't think so. I think he just misses, honestly.
I think
Okay,
it's
another-
interesting because what's really, you know, you're going to be sampling them against obviously all time, but also the guys that they also pitched against in their era and the hitters that they faced in their era. He came up in 05, I believe.
Yes,
So
correct.
it might be interesting. That was a hitter's era that he pitched in a lot of, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I mean,
It's not
he
a-
had a few really good years, but
He has a 50 WAR.
He was,
for him,
bad.
he's
he was
close.
the
It's
guy
close.
of the American League for almost 10 years.
2,500 strikeouts.
You know, 2,500.
Yeah.
Okay. He might get my vote.
169 wins, 3.4 ERA.
I think
Chris
25.
Sale?
I think 2,500.
No.
Chris
That
Sale's got
dude,
an interesting
that
case.
dude, the fact that he didn't get hurt until
Now,
just now is beyond me.
I mean,
Dude,
if
like,
Who is
how?
this?
Sale,
Chris
Chris
Sale.
Sale,
Sale.
the
Yeah.
guy that you just said.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were talking about the guy before.
I mean, if
Amazing.
Felix gets in, Chris Sale kind of has to get in because their numbers are.
Does,
What about like,
Keuchel?
year-wise?
does,
I-
Not Keuchel.
No,
Keuchel's
does-
not close.
does Bartolo get in?
No.
He actually has two
I'm
peaks.
all aboard
He
that.
actually has 2 peaks.
He does,
He's
and
playing long enough.
he has the most wins for a Dominican pitcher ever.
Took steroids also. That might hurt
Yes,
him.
he did.
Did have the steroid suspension. Has
Huh?
a Cy Young.
He does have a
He
side
Has a
on.
home run to his credit.
He had
Pitching a
an
lot
8-year
of
peak and then a
hitters.
5-year peak.
Honestly, if Bartolo got
Awesome.
300 wins, he'd probably get in there because
He's at
voters love
He's
that.
got what?
45.
45. Yeah.
And he's got 2,500 strikeouts.
Yeah. He's
I
over
think- I
Aaron
think
Shell by
His
one.
ERA is too
Yeah.
high. Yeah, his ERA is too high.
I think when you look at the pitcher in today's game, you're going to be looking at 225 wins as the benchmark. That's
Yeah.
300.
2,500 strikeouts. Yeah, I would say 200 really.
200 and
Dude.
2,500 is the new benchmark.
Waino,
Yeah.
of like people who are actually going to pitch next year, well, I mean Kershaw and Scherzer, but like lesser pitchers, like
The second tier.
second tier, Waino is 38 and he's at 167.
Jesus Christ.
Cole Hamels is.
He was also a
30
reliever the first couple years
Yeah.
of his career.
Like, yeah, I mean, obviously, Lester, if he pitches, he has to get 7 to get to 200.
Mhm.
Greinke's
Right.
over 200.
Lester
First
could have
goes
gotten
in
it this year if it
How many
wasn't
does
short season.
Verlander have?
206. Oh, Verlander? Verlander's 226. Greinke's at 206. 208, sorry.
Both Hall of Fame locks.
Scherzer's at 175. Kershaw's at 175.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kershaw's a lock no matter what. Even if he doesn't hit the
No,
ball.
yeah. Kershaw's a lock right now. He can retire.
Porcello and David Price are both at 150.
I forgot Porcello's at 150.
David Price is interesting, actually.
He actually is. I'd like to see his number. He spent a lot of years in the
50 career WAR,
very-
150 wins, 3.31 ERA. How many
He won a su-
strikeouts?
did he win a
very long career in the AL East too. You have to,
Yeah.
12
put that
years.
into account.
during that fucking
Big power hitter ever.
He'll hit 2,000 strikeouts very soon. ERA plus is 1.23. 3.3.
Oh yeah, and he sat out this year too.
Yeah.
So
All right, from what you're saying, he gets my vote right now.
It's pretty close. Yeah, he's pretty close.
does Rick Porcello get your vote?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I mean,
The fact that he won that Cy Young that one year with Verlander still blows my mind, bro. Because he had 20 wins?
he had
Yeah.
21 wins,
Yeah.
I think.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Hate that. Hate
Baseline
that.
stats, yep.
I fucking hate wins. I absolutely hate it. I love that DeGrom's gonna go in with like 20 wins.
But like, yeah.
To kill the Mad Bum thing, he only has 120 wins.
Well, he's not.
But
strikeouts
Billy
does
just said wins don't matter.
yeah, but like,
That's my opinion.
No, his
But-
stats just aren't
but,
that great.
dude, but when he was on a team that won multiple World Series, and you're not getting
Every
like a
other year.
lot of wins like
Oh
that.
well.
That's
Was
fair.
he up in 2010? No, right?
Yes.
He
He's
was
ma-
up in 2010.
Mad Bum is younger than Strasburg,
Yes.
which I had no clue.
By 2 years.
One year.
Oh, 1
See,
year.
the problem is that Mad Bum stuff is just so mediocre right now, and Strasburg could still deal.
You know
Yeah.
what's crazy? DeGrom is 70 and 51 with a 2.61 ERA right now in 183 starts.
He's what?
It's disgusting.
70 and 51 with a 2.61 ERA and a WAR of 38.1.
Dan Kluber only has 98.
Right, Kluber. Yeah, I was looking at Kluber too. Like he came
Late
up late.
bloomer.
Yeah,
I know, but
And then injuries,
it
too.
feels like he's been around for so long.
I mean, but DeGrom's a late bloomer too. I mean, he didn't even crack the MLB until he was 26 years old.
Yeah, but DeGrom,
And
since he was 26, has been the guy.
if it's not for Rafael Montero, who knows? Who knows if we even get DeGrom?
Goddamn Rafael Montero.
Who got signed actually?
Yeah.
The Seattle Mariners.
That's true.
Yep. Mets rejects West.
They're trying to rebuild their bullpen right around Rafael Montero, who had two.
So is
a
Hansel
year and a
Robles
half.
going over there?
I hope so.
Possibly.
Rafael Montero pitched very
He was
well for
not
Texas
bad,
the past year and a half.
He did.
What's
brings
next?
us to any recent signings.
Yeah, I have them up. We're ready to go.
We mentioned Rafael Montero. We mentioned
Can you let me talk?
Michael Waka.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Hey, oh.
Yeah.
Greg Holland to the Royals, 1 year deal. Hunter Renfroe to the Red Sox, 1 year deal.
I actually liked that signing with the Renfroe of the Sox.
I do
Another-
like that too.
Another outfielder who can't field.
Who, Renfro?
No, he's actually not a bad
He got a
fielder.
fucking cannon.
Guy can't hit
He's
a
got a
curve.
hose.
Cannon.
James Mccann officially signs with the Mets. Rafael Montero was in a trade, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Jose Corniel.
Oh, okay.
And then David Dahl officially signed with the Rangers, which we talked about last week.
Fuck with that move.
DeScalafani signs with the Giants.
That's a great
Zunino-
move. I like that.
Zanino back to the Rays.
Even though he hit like fucking.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Chichi Gonzalez went back to the Rockies.
A lot of irrelevant moves, for being honest. Yeah.
nothing big.
Kean Middleton to the Mariners.
Yeah, the one thing that we've heard a lot of is that it's a very slow moving market this year, and
100%.
some guys
Saw
might
that.
not even sign till late February.
I don't think it's a good idea, but
Well,
I mean,
Back
technically
is-
it might be because
considering the season may not start until
May.
what
I was
May,
about to get-
June.
Yep, May. Yeah, I was about to get into that.
So yeah, we'll see.
Wait, there's more. There's
Yep.
more.
But wait,
Relax there, Jumbo.
That's all right. That's all right. We don't-
Alex Claudio to the Angels.
We don't get to hear all this, right?
He's a submarine pitcher. Macca's favorite relief pitcher from the Yankees signed with the Cubs.
Jason
Jonathan
Shreve?
Holder.
Oh,
Jonathan Holder.
Yeah. Fuck.
No,
yeah,
Jason Shreve
brought
got
back
released
Adam
from-
Warren, right?
Yeah. Again.
Chris
Jason
Flexen.
Shreve.
We were talking about our boy Chris Flexen.
I think we mentioned him last week.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we did.
were talking about last week.
The Mets finally completed their Todd Frazier trade.
Sending Ryder Ryan, who was part of the Jay Bruce trade.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The kid with the insane spin rate on his curveball, huh?
And then
I
Michael
guess.
Waka to the
He
Rays.
was. He had like the highest spin rate. He had a higher spin rate on his curveball than any major leaguer.
Then Lugo.
Yes.
Sonny Gray, dude. Sonny Gray's got some nasty spin rate.
Yes, he does.
I saw a report earlier today that the Reds are trying to obviously trade Sonny Gray.
And
But they-
he knows Suarez.
Yep, and they're also including Luis Castillo in these talks too.
So they just getting rid of everybody after they
They're
sign
just cutting.
Castellanos?
They are just chopping payroll.
That team's useless also. They
Yeah,
sucked
that's-
last year,
Yeah,
bro.
there's no Bauer back to them. Obviously, always
Yeah,
wrong
they
there.
got embarrassed last year. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They're
What a
Yeah.
disaster of a team, dude. They
should
should
have been a
so
wild card.
good. They
Yep.
should have been so good.
And insert Tom
And-
Brenneman.
And that
That guy too.
that-
Shit.
that division is going to be
Wide
a
open.
nightmare to watch.
Even
The Pirates
worse
have
than
a
it was
shot.
last year.
It's gonna be the NFC East.
It's going to be how many
Oh,
home runs can Yelich hit, and
And can the
Can-
Cubs be somewhat consistent
Yeah.
offensively? And
can the
rest
Cubs
of
come players come back, and can the Cardinals piece together enough
offense?
average players to be
Yeah.
decent?
Well, if the
They got
Cardinals
Paul
didn't get
Goldschmidt.
rid of Rosarena and Luke Voigt, they'd be having a nice offense right now. But
That's true. They got Paul Goldschmidt though.
Yeah, I guess that's all right.
He had a nice comeback here.
That's very true.
Promising. All right, Max, what were you gonna say? Or do you want me to mute you again?
No, fuck you.
Okay.
I made a Tom Brenneman joke. When you talk about the
Just write
Reds.
it down.
No.
Waiting for your punchline.
No. It's actually, no, because always the punchline is Tom Brenneman's apology. Let's be real.
All right, what's the
Where
next
he's like-
segment?
where he goes, oh, okay, whatever. Fuck you. Yes, the Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I just made that so fucking awkward for you.
Oh yeah. But you did
Oh, yeah.
mention the MLB starting the season late potentially because
Yes.
the report I saw was they wanted all players to get vaccinated
Yeah,
before starting the season.
that's gonna be a
It's gonna
rough
be-
one.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen,
It's gonna be
Chief.
And to
very,
that I
very
say, good luck.
How can you make them do that?
You can't.
You can't.
This is literally the worst time for this to happen with the CBA stuff going on the year after,
Mhm.
bro. We're not gonna have baseball in 2 years. I hate to break it to you guys.
I 100% agree. I think
Yeah.
Pitch will be taking a vacation.
Is that the new podcast? Taking
Take a
vacation.
That's what it's gonna
It's
be.
gonna be when there's no baseball, dude. We'll talk
That's
Yeah.
about
right. KBO
Listen,
again, baby.
You
We're
know
back.
what?
We're gonna go find the local fucking travel team.
Travel balls.
You
Yeah.
mean the Take a Pitch travel team?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah,
They should all just go in Puerto Rico and DR and just start playing in their own league, do a little exhibition.
All I'm gonna say is, listen,
A lot of
if
them
we can
do.
Yeah.
if we can grow as a podcast this year in this virus pandemic shortened season, we can take on a CBA work stoppage.
Yeah,
Fuck it, right?
we can. They can't.
Right, we can. They can.
either side can.
It's
No, they already lost way too much money. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, they
They literally can't afford it.
Yeah.
gotta have fans this year too, at least
minus
like
$2 billion.
25%, dude, because it's not looking
What'd you
good.
say, Max?
I said, yeah, they already lost money, minus $2 billion according to the Phillies.
Oh, I thought you said something about me.
Yeah.
But
Go
I
on.
think that's all we got, right?
Yeah. So much for a short episode, huh?
Yeah, right.
Hall of Fame gets us going.
That's what
apparently.
happened.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
That's 'cause we got Macca back.
Yeah, I just rant on stupid shit, and
Oh, we know.
This
Shit.
ended up being longer than
Everything
last week's, but the
Yeah.
good thing is, it's before 12 o'clock.
That's it. Definitely is.
Thank God.
It's hard.
This has been Take a Pitch. Mike, Macca, Billy,
peace.
boys, it's been a pleasure as always.
Max, do not use the rope. We beg of you.
Or do. It might go smoother next week.
Good.
He freezes right
Jag.
there.
Freeze up at the
The very end of all the fucking tones. Of all-
Merry
God.
Christmas,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Yee yee yee,